Welcome to Curly Q&A, Mondays with Melanie. I am your host, Ken Nickels, and I'm here today with Melanie Nickels. She is the founder of the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida. It's one of the top curly hair salons in the country, and Melanie is one of the top curl specialists anywhere in the world. She is also the founder of the Raw Curls brand of natural and organic curly hair products. So I'm getting echo in the headphones.
That was a really weird echo.
We're getting a really
right on curly hair products. That was kind of cool.
It's better now. But so welcome. And how are you, Melanie?
I'm good. I'm wet, running around in the rain today.
Yeah, if we're down in the Naples, Florida area, and if you haven't seen on the news, we've got a tropical storm, and it's been raining off and on all day, and now the last couple hours it's been raining pretty good. So hopefully you can't hear it over the broadcast, but it's all we're getting is rain. We can hear it all in the building here, so even in the studio. So anyway, busy.
Welcome on this Labor Day.
Yeah.
Here we are laboring
On Labor Day. Thanks for joining us.
Isn't that what it's about?
That's what I always thought it was about.
I was going to ask you, let's start with a fun fact, because for those of you who don't know, Ken is the king of useless trivia knowledge. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so what is the deal with Labor Day? I don't even get it.
Okay, I can't. I didn't have a chance to prepare. I cannot remember what
Nobody's
president
prepared.
what president instituted it. I can't remember. My guess is it would have been right after World War II. Yeah. So I'm guessing Grover Cleveland is probably the president that instituted the first Labor Day. So.
Well, what's the deal? I thought it was like maybe a union thing, have the day off.
It could be.
But now it's kind of like a patriotic thing. So I'm wearing
I don't know if
some
it's
of
a
my red
patriotic thing. I'm not
people
sure.
Make it. It seems like it is. So
I don't know.
You don't know the answer. Wow.
Not other than that. No. Other than that, I don't. So.
Wow. And it's recorded live.
And
Ken
it's
doesn't
recorded
know the
live.
answer.
I can't even. Right. Yeah. No. Right.
Okay.
Oh, so we have a lot of stuff to go over today. So in 30 minutes or less, right? We got a lot to go over. So okay, we've got 6 prize giveaways to give away today. 6 of them, and let's see, we're giving away 6 RHO skincare products, or RH Organic skincare products, and we're giving away 2 of the anti-aging kits and 6 of the anti-acne kits. That's almost $1,000.
That's a lot more than 6.
Did I say 2 and 4? 2 kits and 4 kits.
I said 6 and 6 and 6.
No,
I'm
it's
like,
2 of the anti-aging, 4 of the
in my
anti-acne. So, but to find out if you won or who the winner is, winners are, you'll have to wait till the end of the show. So that's when I'll announce them. I've got them here on this secret piece of paper. I've got them here.
I have no idea.
Have no idea. I didn't until a couple of minutes ago.
No.
But yeah, that's actually really cool giveaway. And if you're wondering about that giveaway and how come you didn't know anything about it, it's because you would have to follow our @RawCurls Instagram page and our IGTV. It would have been on our IGTV channel. So, which brings me to the next point that I wanted to bring up. I know a lot of you know that we've got a whole different studio here. We've been in this studio, about a month and a half, 2 months, something like that now. That we moved. And the reason that we did it is because we wanted to start doing podcasts. And are you getting that echo in your head again?
Yeah.
We're getting echo. Now it's gone. It's gone.
Better
again.
than voices in my head.
Right. It sounds like voices in our head.
Does.
Anyway.
It's gonna freak me out. I'm gonna have nightmares.
Right.
Ken's echoing voice in my head.
Right. So, and it was basically so we could do podcasts and do some other things. So if you want to consume this content as far as our half-hour weekly show that we do, this Mondays with Melanie, that's also going to be a Wednesday show too. But for now, it's a Monday show, half an hour. And then we do on Instagram, we do a daily question of the day, curly hair question of the day, and it also goes on our YouTube channel. But I'll give you a list just so you know now. So on video, if you want to watch us on video, you can see us on Facebook Live in the Curly Girl Support Group. That's where we broadcast live every Monday, 7:30 Eastern Time. and we're working on the Facebook Watch. We got approved for that, just haven't been in it yet. The also on Instagram at Raw Curls. That's where we do it live. We're doing it live now, so wave. We're doing it live now. And the IGTV, like I said, the daily show. And then we live stream this same show, just this one, not the dailies, on the YouTube channel, Raw Curls. And it'll also be on the new YouTube channel, which is the Curly Q&A channel.
That's too much to remember.
Oh, there's even more. And if you want to consume us as a podcast, see, we got approved for a whole bunch of different platforms lately. I know, it's so cool for something we started about a year and a half ago. And we're coming up. This is show 84. Started in our kitchen, and we're coming up to 100. But now you can see us, or you can listen to us, the weekly show on audio podcast on iTunes, Apple Podcast, Google Play Music. What else? The Android app, which is like Podcast Addict, iHeartRadio. Spotify is coming, and we're also on Stitcher. So we are like all over.
Okay.
And it happens so quick. So pretty cool. Anyway,
so
got a fun fact for us? Anything you want to tell us?
A fun fact.
You what?
That
was the fun fact. The fun fact that I could barely almost not answer, kind of.
Yeah, that was disappointing. Very disappointing. What a letdown.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, let's get into some questions first, and then we'll do a fun fact later.
And then do a fun fact later.
That's why we're here, to answer curly questions.
Yeah.
We're your curl counselors, and
right.
We're here to help you through your journey of embracing your curls, making them look fabulous. Myself as a professional technician, my team at the Raw Hair Organic Salon, and all of the members in our group. Everyone helps everyone and gives advice and tips, and it's just a wonderful thing.
Sure. And if you do have questions that you want us to address or talk about on a future show, you can leave them in the comment section, pretty much wherever you're watching this, and we pick them up during the week. So, all right, you want to get into some questions?
Yep.
Okay, first one is from Amanda Thomas. What is the best way to refresh my curls on day 2? I have 2C, maybe some 3A curls, and I've tried the quote-unquote wet it with a spray bottle and apply more product, unquote, method, and all I get is frizz. Can you help?
Okay, well, there's different methods, and as she's finding out, different things work for different people. And, I am a true believer in that, it's not always one size fits all for, everything in the curly world. So what I personally find, and she has the same type of hair as I do.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to reference my Raw Curls anti-frizz, because it's what I'm most familiar with. It's what I personally use on my own hair. So what I like to do is similar. It's a liquid, spray leave-in anti-frizz product. It also detangles the hair. It refreshes the curls. It's going to moisten the hair. But the difference than just spraying water on, what is she saying, water and product?
Yeah.
There's an anti-frizz molecule in there, and there's no silicone, but what it does is it calms down that frizz when I just did it before the show because I was running around in the rain. So I ran in the bathroom, I spritzed my hair, and I just ran my fingers over it. Gone are the days of, never touching your hair, because this actually, with the Raw Curls anti-frizz product, activates that anti-frizz molecule. So it just settles down any flyaway pieces. It's wonderful. So literally that's what I do on day 2, 3, 4. If I go that long, I spritz and moisten my hair with that product. I run my hands over it. Maybe I have to twirl or, kind of reshape some of my curls to get them in a nice curl pattern. And then I do typically finish with a little bit more of a pomade and shine serum as well, just to really hold everything down then. That's what I do.
That's
but some
pretty much
people,
it.
Some people like to refresh with even, when she's saying, I'm not sure if she's using a gel product, but with like a mousse product, because that's going to be a little more moisturizing and wet. Julie likes to do that. I know that's her new favorite way of refreshing curls. And then some people actually literally wet their hair down and do like the co-wash, so wetting it down and using conditioner.
Sure. What curl type does Julie at your salon have?
Oh, Julie has a 3C4A.
Okay. Okay. Well, good. I've got another question, similar hair type. This is from Michaela Bass. How do you create and maintain volume with fine but dense, long 2C, 3A hair when you already diffuse upside down and clip? My hair is to the small of my back when it's wet and my bra strap when it's dry. My roots flatten after a few hours, even diffusing upside down and clipping. I'd love lasting volume. Does it mean I need to cut it to lengthen the weight or lighten the weight? I'm sorry.
Yeah, as you were reading that, I was picturing in my mind her hair and thinking she probably needs some layers in there. So, which isn't going to change the look or the length of your hair because that is determined by the perimeter, so the bottom. So putting the layers in there like I have is just going to lighten the weight of the hair in the interior of the style.
It's not going to take off a lot of the length?
No, not at
No.
all. Not at all. People get nervous about that, but when I cut, I actually do this perimeter length first all over, and I tell them, this is your length. It's not going to be any shorter than that, because that's what people worry about. So then when you get into doing the layering and stuff, that's in the interior, what we call the interior of the hair, so in the middle of the hair. So that's not going to affect that overall length. It's just going to lighten how heavy that those curls are hanging down. And the nice thing about the way that we do the raw curls cut also is, even if she didn't want any layers, we have a way of being able to sculpt out those curls without causing frizz and still lightening that hair so that you can get some lift and movement in there. So that definitely popped into my head when you were reading that may be something that she needs in order to help. There's those new root lifters that hopefully are going to be coming out. I'm not sure when. Those are really cool, but that
we talked about those in a previous show. If you
those
watched,
little fingered.
Wasn't last week? It would have been the week before. If you check in the, I think it would have been 82. Show 82 maybe.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, one of the last one.
Yeah, one or two.
Yeah.
I think it was 82. If anybody wants to see those that didn't see it, you can look back and
I posted a video of me using them on a client, but the creator of them said, recommended that you can use them on days that you don't wash your hair, so day 2, 3, whatever. So you can get more lift, using those. Well, they're not out yet, but some kind of tool like that. Some people actually take a little bit more of a gel or like a spray gel or a hairspray. I think she said she's already clipping, but you can do that on the other days.
Yeah, it sounds like.
Oh, but she said she's going flat that same day.
Yeah.
Make sure you're getting product, like when you're applying your product, someone that I was
few hours, yeah.
Yeah. Someone that I was just reading a message from said she was having problems with her hair, but one of the things I noticed in her message was that she was afraid to apply any product to the root area of the hair. I wouldn't recommend. I recommend getting the product to the root because obviously, especially in this situation.
Somebody's spreading that around. I've noticed in a number of at least the Facebook groups. Yeah, that they're talking about you should never put product on your roots, and I'm thinking
absolutely false. Absolutely false. I completely disagree. Because, and especially on hair like mine and a lot of people, you have a lot of gray hair there at the root, and you absolutely need product there. So unless they're using the wrong product, like a cream or something that's heavy and greasy and not the appropriate product for their hair that would weigh it down, then that may be a problem. But absolutely not. Like gels and things that we use to style the hair, you absolutely have to get it from root to end.
Sure.
Yeah. So I completely disagree with whoever's, making those statements.
Yeah, and you know how it goes, and then everybody tends to, spread it, and it just goes.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure what the
I don't
source
know
is,
either.
but I can
But it's
tell you,
wrong.
being a professional and working in the salon with thousands of people with curly hair, that I would never not apply product to the root because that would be a disaster.
Yeah. Okay. You want to talk about hair color and curly hair? Talk about hair coloring? I'll do that. For those of you that don't know, Melanie is an American Board Certified Master Hair Colorist and a former educator and exam evaluator for that organization. It's a top hair coloring certification in the country. So she's qualified to talk about color.
I guess so.
I guess so. Alicia Brownfield would like to know. She says, for people who dye their hair with non-curly girl approved dye, what is the best way to help heal their hair afterwards? Protein treatments or deep conditioner that's protein free? Or do you have another suggestion of what to do after coloring hair? And I'm assuming when she talks about non-curly girl friendly dye, I'm assuming, I'm not going to say, black box take home hair color. I'm going to say maybe something that's ammonia, that uses ammonia.
I was kind of wondering what that meant.
Right. Me too. So I'm going to assume.
Well, let's just say it's something harsh on the curls, okay, that's damaged them and broken them down. Because
like what?
Let's just say
pick
bleach.
a brand. Oh, bleach. Okay, let's do that.
So, do I recommend bleaching or not bleaching, which means highlighting the hair or lightening it to a very light level? That's your personal preference. You just need to be educated on the possibilities of the damage, which it will damage and break down the hair. That's how it works. Basically, it's stripping the pigment from your hair. So you are going to get more porosity, which we talk about a lot. So that means you have more damage to the hair, and now you need to repair it. So there's lots of different ways that you can do that, but kind of how she's phrasing that is a little bit confusing, I think, for people, because there are different conditioning treatments. There's moisturizing conditioning treatments, there's protein conditioning treatments, and there's even the keratin treatments. Those are meant to be reparative conditioning treatments, not just smoothing. Yes, they smooth the hair, but that's because they're putting actually the keratin protein back in the hair where it's been broken down with like potholes. I like to use that as an example of like roads that get potholes on it. Protein fills in those damaged areas. That's why it's not, always a bad thing. So many people are afraid of protein. It fills in that damage. It smooths the hair. So, and it makes it stronger. It strengthens the hair, So if the hair is extremely damaged, you need some protein to add that back in. But then a lot of times, with curly hair, we need moisture. So then you need to moisturize on top of that. So you may need to do both. You may need to do like a protein treatment and a moisturizing treatment, depending on, the hair's situation and how it responds.
Is this typical of anyone who gets their curly hair dyed?
Well, it's going to depend, again, on the products that's being used to...
So is it really hard to make a general statement response to this question without knowing exactly what coloring or bleaching products you're using, or what, or either or both? Or
Yeah.
I mean,
I find with the color that we use in my salon that it is very conditioning, and I need it right now, and my hair texture feels better after I have it colored.
What color lines do you use in your salon?
The main color lines that we use now are O-Way, so organic whey, and organic color systems.
Are those both non-ammonia hair color lines?
Mm-hmm.
They are? Okay.
Yep. So,
and you use them on curly hair all the time?
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah. And so, I don't feel that it breaks it down like a lot of other hair colors do. It actually feels very conditioned and shiny and moisturized.
Mm-hmm.
But, no matter what, if whatever product you're using to color your hair, if it feels damaged and dry, then recondition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do another color-related question, color-related in curly hair. This is from Katie Hatcher. Melanie, do I need to clarify after my stylist colored my hair with Paul Mitchell color?
No. I mean, typically I would clarify before you color. So, I'm not sure why she's asking.
I don't know. I'm wondering if she's thinking, does the Paul Mitchell color, is it something that has silicones in it? Or and that's why I'm wondering.
Okay, so...
Are you familiar with that color line?
I was just going to say I'm not super familiar with all the ingredients in the Paul Mitchell color, but you're right, it could have silicone. A lot of the colors do. They have parabens, they have silicones, they have all kinds of ingredients that I wouldn't typically use. But, to clarify, after you color, you're going to be removing some of that hair color, so that's why I was like, why would you do that? But okay, so, if she's having a problem with, buildup, or if there's some kind of problem, then sure, go ahead and clarify. But if not, then
So is this another one of the many reasons why, if you've got curly hair, that you should really go to a curl specialist, because a curl specialist would understand if you have buildup that needs to be addressed before they color your hair, and use a color line that's good for curly hair, instead of just a regular traditional, because that's another thing that I see a lot of people talk about, is that they'll go to one stylist for for their haircut and another for their color. And
that's true.
that may or may not be a good idea for those reasons, right?
Well, that's true, but they may not have a choice. Like, I know some of my clients that are home for the summer, they have stylists that only color or only cut. So they do go to two different people. And that's
Oh.
one of the reasons why they love coming to me, because I do everything and they don't have to go to different salons, different people.
Sure.
So because I, specialize in the curly hair and in color, I don't, I can do it all.
Speaking of which, I'll just throw it in there for those of you who were part of or remember our Day of Curls giveaway. That's coming up on the
Oh.
Saturday, the 22nd.
Yeah.
Right. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
Yep.
Be prepared. We're going to film it.
Countdown is on.
We're going to film it.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. So, right, I mean, some people just don't have the luxury of options, and they have to, if they just like their colorist, that's fine. Again, you just have to deal with the consequences. If you don't feel like it's affecting your hair, then fine. There's no reason unless you're having a problem. But to clarify the hair, again, just remember, you're stripping it, you're going to raise that cuticle, which is going to wash some of that color out.
Yeah.
So to do it after.
Yeah. I've got basically a related question that I'm assuming this is the same answer. This is from Brianna Maurer. Her stylist uses Redken's Shades EQ to color her hair. And she said, I'd hate to do a final wash again each time after I get my hair done, because I don't want to strip my color. Is a final wash really necessary, or can I just resume my healthy routine after each hair appointment?
Yeah.
Basically similar question.
Right. And that's true. She can. Yeah, there's no need. Redken Shades EQ doesn't have ammonia in it. That's a nice product. It's more of a glaze or a gloss or a toner. It's very gentle. So, yeah, no need. I wouldn't either, because you're just going to wash, that's something that washes out of the hair. It's not a permanent hair color.
Okay.
So, you would be stripping it out, what you just paid to have put in.
Right. Okay, I got another related question. Boy, these are all kind of tying in, which is actually kind of cool.
Wow.
This is from Lily Novi. Is Diva Curl Build-Up Buster a good enough clarifying product?
Good question. That is going to depend on how much buildup you have. So there's different strengths, we'll call it, of clarifiers and what I call, detoxing treatments. And yeah.
Like that one?
Yeah. So there's it's gentle. So the hair doesn't feel really stripped and clean and overly dry. Do we have that bottle?
Which one?
The Diva one, isn't it in the front?
This is the Wash Day Wonder.
Oh.
That's different.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't have a.
Okay.
Got like everything else
I don't
here.
think they have the pH on there.
What's that one? No.
No.
I don't think we have it.
So I'm not sure of the pH of that product.
I'd have to look.
Yeah.
We might have
But
it.
I would say, it's good for a mild buildup, but if you have a lot of, you're going to at least have to do multiple applications, but you may want to consider something a little stronger.
A little stronger. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like
Okay.
this, I believe, says it has a pH of 9. Yeah, pH of 9.
Yeah.
That's high.
That's really high.
That's a pH that is used in hair color to raise the cuticle.
Yeah, that's high.
Well, in the hair color that I use. So,
Sure.
and pH can be confusing for people. Let me just kind of touch on that, because it's a compounding number. So I don't know if people are aware, hair is typically a 4 to 5 pH, and a 7 is neutral. So when you get into the higher numbers, like above 7, those become alkaline, and that's more stronger, I guess I will just say.
Yeah.
And then below a 7 are more acidic. But if you get really low on the acidic scale, that can also be damaging. So you have to be careful. Actually, my brain is still on vacation. Like hair is 4.5 to 5.5, I believe, is the exact pH of typical hair. So, but it's a compounding number. So when you get to, like the difference between a 9 and a 10 is tens of thousands. So it's not just like, oh, well, this is just a
Right.
9 instead of a 7. That's a huge jump.
Right.
So
Right.
that's a great product. We use it all the time. This Malibu Undo
Yeah.
Goo.
Yeah.
but
The Malibu Sea Undo.
I knew
Goo.
that they
Yeah.
had the pH on there.
Right. 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 Okay. Good. Hopefully that helps. Lee Eves wants to know. We're going to get away from hair color now. Why does it take so long to dry curls with a gel cast?
Well, it doesn't always. So
Some people do. They'll say hours and hours and hours.
yeah, yeah, and that can have to do with the porosity
Porosity?
of the hair, absolutely, and the type of gel. So that's one of the reasons, again, why I'm going to mention the Raw Curls products that I develop. We just get lots of testimonies back that it helps to dry people's hair much quicker. And the reason I say it depends on the gel of the product being used, because some of them out there just more or less coat the hair, and then it's going to take longer to dry fully. Whereas other products like ours and, some other professional salon products are meant to penetrate into the hair, which then you'll find it dries quicker. So
Sure.
we've had a lot of people come back and say their hair dries like at least
Yeah.
in half the time.
Yeah, yeah. That blogger, Diane Mary, she says 80 to 90% faster.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a ton.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's a ton.
So, and that's why I didn't even really realize it at first, but then we started hearing that so often, and I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
well, because
Makes
it's not,
sense.
yeah, it's actually getting into the hair. That's why, we recommend if you're having an issue with the Raw Curls products to clarify first, because it's not able to get in and do its job. So,
Yeah.
and that goes along with any product, again, out there. So if you're having issues with it working, you can try clarifying first and then going back to trying it again.
Right, right.
But that helps the hair to dry quicker when it's getting into the cuticle instead of just coating and sitting on top of it.
Sure, sure. And I know a number of you, I'm sure, that are listening or watching saw the conversation in the Curly Girl support group earlier this week where the discussion, where I got involved in a discussion regarding ingredients and ingredient quality and what it means in curly hair products. Just because I had so many questions and giveaways and stuff that I had to get done for this show, I wasn't able to do it. But next week, I'm going to I'm going to tell you a story about that and give you a real good explanation about ingredients and ingredient quality. And I think it'll put a lot to rest. And it's not, I'm not going to try to push you to, to any particular products and whatever. I mean, you do your thing. But I think there's I don't even want to call it a misunderstanding. I think there's just a real lack of education that people just don't understand that, how much it really matters. And I'm going to talk about that next week and go into one of my lengthy stories. That's really good, but it's really going to make the point. You're going to hear it and you're going to be like, oh, now I get it, because there's a huge misconception in the curly girl world about what builds up and what doesn't. And I'm gonna straighten that out. I'm gonna straighten that out with facts and real world experience.
Wow.
So anyway, okay.
This question and answer actually also tie back to the previous one about conditioning treatments. So like we had just stated, the hair could be overly porous, so it's the cuticle's not closing down. And anyway, so they may benefit from also reconditioning the hair, whether that's with protein or moisture or whatever their hair needs, and that'll help it to dry quicker as well.
Yeah. Okay. You ready to do the giveaway? You want to give away $1,000? Do you want to do it?
No, I want to win $1,000.
It's on this sheet here.
Oh,
do you want to do it?
Gosh.
You can read them. I'll give, they're all written out just the way you
Oh.
need to see it.
Okay.
So you just read, which ones they are and what they get and whatever. You ready? Okay, you guys ready?
I don't know. I'm nervous.
It's good. It's like I said, it was a really good giveaway. Again, if you don't follow us on Instagram, you don't get to play, and it's just kind of the way it is. It's just the way we do it. So, follow our
kinda
at
like
Raw
the
Curls.
lottery.
It's kind of like the lottery, right? If you don't buy a ticket, you can't win, right? So if you don't follow us on Instagram, you can't win. But we're gonna do this giveaway. That's been a month-long one. We're gonna do this one now. And I think next week we're going to start another month-long giveaway with one of those. That thing over there
Oh, okay.
on the floor.
Okay.
It's sitting on the shelf over there.
Ken likes giveaways.
I like giveaways. Giveaways are fun. I'm a giver, right?
Oh. You
Okay.
See a flasher, not
All right.
a giver.
Right.
Should
Okay.
I do a fun fact first? Are we almost done?
Yeah,
Is this
we're gonna
like the end
we're
of the
gonna do
show?
this. We're done. Yeah, if you want to do the fun fact, we'll do the fun
Just
fact.
because
and-
I have,
and then we'll do the
it's
giveaway.
fresh, yeah. So because we like to just share, people are always asking, things about us personally. So we try to come up with one or two fun facts for each show. And
Yeah.
so this one I can share because it's fresh on my mind. So for any of you who don't know who this is, it's Damon John, and I met him personally.
Sure did. Took
Yeah.
pictures with him and everything.
Yeah, I have his picture at the salon with me and Damon. He's
Holding scissors to his head.
Yes. He said, "Please don't stab me."
Right.
I asked him if he needed a haircut.
Right. Get it.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
But anyway, my shears are actually shark shears, so I thought that was so fun, and he loved it. He laughed, and but yes, we met Damon John about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, about that.
and Yeah, super nice, and
Yep.
I got a signed autographed book, and
Right.
this book. That was another fun fact. My dinner's falling out of here.
Your dinner's falling.
So anyway, but I just finally finished his book. It takes me quite a while to get through a book because I work a lot, so I don't have a lot of free time to read. I try to read a little bit all the time, but
Yeah.
Anyway, great book, Power Broke. So I highly recommend it. It was awesome. I loved it and had great information that we can utilize.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Good. All right. Is that the last fun fact you have?
Well, I have more, but that's fine.
Okay. Yeah. The other thing we do, and I think we'll do it next week. And again, like I said, we just had so much going on, and we're trying to stay on a schedule. That we just couldn't
Where's
do
my
it. But
timer?
this was supposed to be the Ask Me Anything show. Once a month, we do a Ask
Oh.
Me Anything show, and you guys can do that this week in the comment section wherever you're consuming this. If you're doing it on video. I don't think on any of the podcast things, I don't think there's any comment sections. But if you want to know something about us personally, we pretty well answer them. There's one good one. You know what? I should ask you now. Don't answer it now, but I'll ask you one of the questions that came in today. And so you'll have a week to think about it.
Oh,
Okay?
do I need a week?
You might. I'll tell you the question, and then you guys can think about this, and you'll have something to look forward to besides the other giveaway for next week. One of the ladies wanted to know from both of us,
I'm scared.
but wanted to know what was your very worst first date?
Oh, I
So
can think of something right away.
Okay, there you go. So we'll. It can involve me. So, well, it wouldn't. It wouldn't.
How do you know?
Because it wasn't bad.
Oh, it wasn't.
Oh, when you hear mine?
It wasn't
When you hear
great.
my worst one?
It wasn't great.
What?
You don't remember our first date?
Yeah, I bought you dinner. What?
Oh my god.
At a classy joint.
Well, it's better than his first date with that other singer chick. What was her name?
Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue. That he made us
anyway.
wait weeks for. What did you take her to?
Hooters. Was it
Hooters.
Hooters? I don't think it was
Hooters,
Hooters.
yeah.
I can't remember.
Oh my gosh. Whatever.
No, but I've got my first date story. I don't know if I can tell it because there's people in this group that I don't know if I can.
You just said you tell the truth, and now you're gonna lie.
Well, I
Are you gonna
didn't
hold
say
back?
I'd lie. Okay, all right, I'll tell it.
Oh.
Yeah, because I know there's one woman that I see peruse in the group, who used to be very good friends with that person. So,
Oh. Well,
but anyway,
don't say it in a mean way.
I clearly
By the way,
wouldn't. It was
Damon
all
John
me.
is
It
from
was
the
all
Shark
me.
Tank. For people who don't know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't even
Anyway.
realize that. Maybe some people don't
Right.
even know
He's
who
the
that is.
FUBU dude. He's the guy who created FUBU.
He's on the Shark Tank.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. There you go.
All right.
Now,
I'm reading 'em?
Yep. Here's your winners.
Oh.
The 2 anti-aging kits are $189 value a piece, and the acne kits I think are $149 a piece. I think off the top of my head. And here are your winners. Do you want to read them off? Can you read my writing?
Well, yeah, but these are weird. Are these like?
These are the 2 people. Okay.
Those
see,
aren't people.
Right, because that's an Instagram handle. We
Okay.
don't know what her name is.
Oh.
That's the problem with Instagram is I always want to address people, on Instagram when we do lives on, like this, but I can't because there'll be like a million jumbled letters. Hey, how you doing? FLC crazy whatever, It's,
Okay, because you guys will understand when I read this
So
first
now
one because I'm looking at this
Instagrammers
going,
and
wait, let me.
you'll get it.
This is another fun fact, but
No.
I'll share.
Do you want a
I'll
pen?
share, yeah, because I'll feel smart then. I need to feel smart.
Oh,
Yep, I have my new glasses.
and they are funky.
They are fun.
They're
Ooh,
fun.
They fit weird with these headphones on.
Yeah.
But I do wear glasses just usually for driving at night, but I thought I'd put them on to read this real clear. So the first one, the winner is Some Like It Hot,
And what did she win?
an anti-aging kit.
Okay, great.
What is that worth?
Congratulations.
What is that worth?
Some Like It Hot. $189.
Hot.
Hot. Like hot.
H-A-U-T.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I was like, what is this? Because
Right.
it's not a name.
Instagram handles.
Okay.
We don't know her name.
Oh, okay. All right. Number 2 winner is Nicole Goodson Myers.
Hey, congratulations. Both you ladies, make sure that you send us a direct message on Instagram so we can get your address and everything and mail them to you.
We
Okay.
have a wiener.
We have a wiener. What about the 4 anti-acne, anti-blemish kits? Who are our winners?
Okay, number 1 winner is Alexandra Schilling. Alexandra Schilling.
Congratulations,
Yay.
Alexandra. Congratulations.
I hope they have acne.
I hope so. I
Actually,
assume
that's kind of
right,
mean.
or somebody in their
no, I
family.
hope they don't have acne, but you never know.
Right. I hope you do, but I hope you don't.
Right. Hope
Right.
you can use
Right,
it.
right.
Okay. Ooh,
Oops.
gosh. Okay. That was like a big gong, like the gong show in my ears.
I know, me too.
Okay. Number 2 winner is Jasmine Sasaki.
Sasaki, Jasmine, congratulations.
Sasaki.
Okay.
Okay. Hope you have acne or know someone with acne.
Right, hopefully. Somebody in your house?
Number 3 winner is Heather Scott.
Heather Scott, congratulations. And last but not least,
And last but not least is Penny Brandon.
Penny Brandon. Well, congratulations,
Yay.
ladies. It's pretty good giveaway.
There you pretty good.
That's a really good giveaway.
Now I got to go back to work to just
Right, it's
afford
just
to pay
afford
for it.
giveaways, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, make sure send us direct message on Instagram. We'll get you hooked up with my assistant, and she'll get your address and everything on there, and we'll mail you out your prizes. I don't know, this week, next week. I don't know, depends. As soon as we get your stuff. Oh, and that's another thing. If make sure if you're one of these winners, contact me in the next couple of days. Don't contact me in 3 weeks and say, hey, I'm a winner, because by that point it'll be all out of my mind and I'll forget. So anyway, so that's it. Okay, all right. Let's let's wrap it up. All right, we'll see you next week. Again, if you'd like to listen to our question of the day, we do it on Instagram TV. Question of the day, usually let it go about 9 o'clock Eastern time every night. It's just like the show here, but we do one question and one question only, kind of in a bite-sized bit, 2-3 minutes long at most, something like that. And we also post those on the Raw Curls YouTube channel. Same thing, usually about 9 p.m. every night. So you get you want to get us daily, you get us daily.
Your daily curly
Your
tip.
daily curly tip, yeah. And sometimes they're fun and a little more detail on questions and stuff and whatever.
Oh,
So
that can help people's hair look fabulous daily. There you go.
that's it. So okay, all right. Well, we'll see you next week.
Okay.
Again, when you see. If you have a question that you'd like us to address on the next show, put it in the comment section wherever you're consuming this, and we'll try and get to it. And have a great week. Have
happy
a
Labor
happy
Day
rest
now
of your
that it's
Labor Day
over.
now that it's over. And stay dry if you're in Florida. Stay dry. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.